What's up, everybody? Welcome to Let 'em Play podcast, hosted by former Major League Baseball players Mike Cameron, Bill Hall, and myself, Darnell McDonald. Here at Let 'em Play, we share stories of our baseball journeys, and we hope that these stories inspire you to be the best baseball player that you can be. If you haven't already, make sure you check us out on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
So we got Edwin Jackson, World Series champion, got 20 plus years in this show and counting. We got a no-hitter, born in Germany. And so I like to, we played together and been friends for a minute. And I didn't know you were born in Germany. Yeah. Talk to me about your path and how'd you get into baseball?
That's a good question. Born in Germany. I was there, obviously younger, came back to the States, Fort Polk, Louisiana, then went back to Germany, 90, 91. When I came, 89, probably 89. And at some point in 91, we came back to the States to Columbus, Georgia, 9 years old. And baseball come from the family, man. My dad, he hooped, he played basketball, he played softball for he was in the Army, so he was playing for the little Army team on base, wherever they had. My mom, hell of a softball player, so it was in the blood, man. But honestly, football was the first ball that I picked up when I came back from Germany. When I came back to the military base, it was in football season. Then after football was basketball, so baseball was the last organized sport that I played. And I would say probably up until middle school, I just kept playing everything. Middle school, went to football and baseball. And then after ninth grade, it just went to baseball. So it's a crazy how it happened because nobody thought that I was going to be playing baseball. Everybody thought I'd either be basketball or football, that be a sport that I pick up. But it ended up being baseball, and here we are today.
And so you were baseball only starting in ninth grade. Were you
10th grade? 10th grade, sophomore year.
And were you pitching?
Nah, I was shortstop. I was a shortstop. I pitched a little bit. You know how it is when you're younger, man. You do everything. You go from pitching to shortstop, pitching to the outfield, pitching to wherever position you was gonna play. So I mean, being a country boy, you get used to playing all the positions as a kid. You know, they just stick you anywhere. You know, when you're coming up in baseball. So it's like, just put me in, coach, wherever you want me to go. But I was predominantly infielder, shortstop, all the way until 12th grade. 11th grade, I was utility, and I pitched a little bit, but most of the accolades and most of the success came from being a position player.
And so you didn't start pitching primarily until you got the pro ball.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I went. And it wasn't until the second year that I started pitching solely. First year I came in, I got drafted in outfielder, 6th round with the Dodgers. Came in the first year, DH, pitch, early work with the pitchers, extra hitting with the hitters. So I was doing two-way work. That's all I knew. But I was young then too, so it was the same thing I was going to be doing in college at UAB. So I was like, it's the same thing I was going to be doing anyway. So I didn't really think too much of it till you get older. Then you're like, hey man, it's a lot of work. Everybody gone, bro. I'm still one of the last on the field, and everybody that took it on in.
Ohtani before Ohtani. And what's crazy about the whole thing is you made your debut at 19 years old.
Yeah, just fresh. That was the third day in the league. Just turning 20. So I was with the team at 19. They activated me at 20 out here in AZ against Randy Johnson. Woo. Boy, still one of the nastiest sliders I've seen. So I know what everybody was swinging at. But, man, it was a dope debut, man. No doubt. Had the family out. The Dodgers, took care of my parents, put them up right behind the dugout. So my parents and my sisters, so they got to see it firsthand. Man, that's definitely one of the most memorable birthdays I've had. And a hell of a way to start a career.
So you debuted on your birthday or after your birthday?
On my birthday, on my 20th
birthday. Wow. Against the big unit, bro. Against the big unit.
Hall of Famer.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show. That's crazy. They don't do that. They don't do that no more. They don't do that.
Nah, man, I was trying to get him too. And that's how I know I still was hitterish, because I was still more concerned about hitting off of him than pitching. And I'm like, man, I want to get a hit. I want to get a hit, but no, sir. He had that veteran presence, and he probably had a report that I was still pretty hitterish. So he was throwing me them boomerangs, and I was swinging over.
Locked and loaded.
Man, I was trying to do something, bro. I was trying to do something.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What was your mindset going into that game?
Man, honestly, bro, everything had happened so fast. I came from AA. To take it back a little bit, I came from AA. We finished the AA season. I'm at home. It's the off season. We probably about 2 weeks after the season. We packing for a trip to Detroit to meet some family. We have some family in Detroit, so we was taking a family vacation to Detroit. I get a call from Bill Bavasi, and he was the minor league coordinator at the time. I was like, listen, I'm gonna ask you a question. I know the answer, but I just want to ask you, if we needed you to pitch in the next couple of days, could you do it? I'm like, yeah. I didn't really think nothing of it. He's like, all right, well, we're gonna call you back. So I hang up the phone. I'm telling my parents and everything, like, man, I just got a call, and they said they might need me to pitch in LA, So, and within 3 hours, you know how it works. They called me back. Hey, man, these phones tapped, bro. Siri just going on his own right now. My bad. The phones, something wrong with them. But yeah, he called back a few hours. Huh?
I was saying Siri was about to tell you how you hit the big unit.
How to hit him, just take. I would have been better off taking, but yeah. So he called me back. He's like, "Hey, we need you to go meet with the pitcher coordinator." Went out there for a week, and the next thing you know, I was meeting a team in Colorado. So, bro, it was happening so fast. I didn't even really have time to get nervous until like my third start, which was a good thing. It was a blessing in disguise. I just tried to treat it like AA game. Obviously, it's not, but had to be my mindset to not get overwhelmed.
Wow. I don't know how you do it. You said you came from AA, and you guys weren't even playing at the time. You said you was getting ready to go on vacation. And
off season.
Next season. You in the show. But here we go. Let's go.
In the show.
In the fire.
From off season to the show. Through one bullpen, one live BP. He gone. We need you.
At 20, bro. At 20, I wouldn't even. Oh man, I was in what, Midwest League or something like that. The mindset, the game, that your mind, your mental capacity had to be like really confident. You pitching for LA. Was it in the start? Was in LA or was it in Phoenix?
It was in Phoenix.
On the road. Then you on the road against the big unit, bro. That is like, that's wild. Do you remember the lineup that you had?
Man, I'm trying to remember. I just remember Craig Counsell was leading off. I could tell you who was in the lineup. I don't necessarily remember exactly how it was, but I think
who was the first strikeout?
Viagra might have been the first strikeout, and he was big. He's a big dude. I'm like, woo, hit him with that slider though. Like I'm trying to take a picture of Randy Johnson, but that's what I say, man. I mean, you got I want to say Finley was there. Tony Clark was there. Spivey. Hey, Spivey, my boy Spivey was there.
Spivey, Homer Bush, I think. Was Homer Bush there? Playing
Shea Hillenbrand. I want to say Hillenbrand was playing third.
Yeah, you got it. This was the lineup. The lineup was
looking at it.
Yeah, Steve Finley, Junior Spivey, Luis Gonzalez, Raul Mondesi. So you face the ex-Dodger then, Lau Overbay, Shea Hillenbrand, Robbie Hammock, Carlos Baerga came in and pinch hit. And
so Mondesi was the first strikeout. Mondesi.
Yes, Mondesi didn't have a good day against you, dog. Mondesi had the hat trick that day. Craig Counsell and the big unit. You punched out the big unit too. And then they brought in Felix. They brought in Felix Jose. So,
man.
yeah, bro, you had a really good day.
What I got? 3, 4 hits.
You gave up 4 hits. I mean, if you
hits,
how many innings did you go? How many innings did you go? You know,
5 or 6. 5 or 6.
That's impressive, bro. That's impressive.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Off the couch.
That's impressive.
Off the couch, bro.
My boy went at 20 years old in Phoenix, Arizona, off the couch, went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 4 punch outs. What a debut. And then y'all brought in Paul Shuey. Then y'all brought in Game Over, Mr. Eric Gagne.
Game over.
And my man got a W at 20 years old on his birthday.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Gagne took me under the wing too, bro.
He battled the big unit. Yeah, bro. That's what's up, man. That's impressive. That ain't bad. That ain't bad for a dude down from down in the South Georgia in the country, brother.
Hey, man,
Let's put him on the map. Day 1. Let's go.
No nerves though. I ain't have time for no nerves. And you talking about the LA media too. So I came up in a hard media, bro. I came up in a big city. I'm talking about you come from Columbus, Georgia to Los Angeles, bro. That's night and day. That's
unbelievable.
Night and day, bro. But I was ready for it though. I didn't know I was ready. But the way I handled myself, it showed everybody else that I was ready, and that's all that mattered. You know what I'm saying? It mattered how people perceive you to be, especially at a young age. You're on a microscope. The biggest thing, though, I had was Marty Reed was my pitching coach in AA. And he was like, bro, whatever you do, show no emotion. And so that stuck with me at an early age. Because, them times, Cam, you might throw a pitch down the middle, and it might not even get called a strike because they want to see how you react. And you might split the plate, and second baseman, I'm probably going to be looking at you to see how you react. And if you show nothing, you had to earn your respect, all I'm saying. You didn't come to the game. They didn't give you nothing. You had to earn your respect, bro.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I remember when you got traded to Tampa.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many starts you had, but you were starting against us that Sunday day game. I will never forget that. I was like, yo, this gonna be like like Georgia state line right here, LaGrange Country, right down the street right here, like
City
Young versus that was 2006. I won't never forget it, man. I won't never forget it. I was like, you know what he came out to, Mac?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. What did he come out to?
Kanye West. Wait till I get my money right.
Wait till I get
Then you can't. Classic.
Classic. Time we was in, bro. We had to let the music. We couldn't say nothing, so you had to let the music speak for you, bro. Most people ain't listening to the words; they just hear the beat. But you listen to the words. It's like, hey, man, I'm respectfully telling y'all.
Unbelievable, man.
What's your favorite walkout song?
Man, my favorite walkout song. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Mac. Man, I feel like they all been my favorite at the time, bro. That Lauryn Hill, when I came out to that Ready or Not, though, that Ready or Not had me ready, bro.
In LA, you came out to that?
In LA, they just picked a song, bro. I ain't even pick a song. I came out to that Ready or Not. I want to say I came out to it in Tampa one year.
Okay.
Say what?
Yeah, y'all.
I said in Chi-Town, you was coming out the Ready or Not. I remember you back in Durham though, before you even got that Dove versus the big unit. I remember in Durham, I'm thinking that it was 05 or 06. That's when T.I., I think, top back, and you was closing at the time. But yeah, man, I remember back when you was closing, throwing about 100 out.
I had me hot, Mac. When you're young and you feel disrespected, all I can do is throw this ball hard as I want to. There ain't no harm in it. I can throw this ball hard as a motherfucker want to, bro. I can't do nothing about it. So I had to take that. That was my way of releasing energy, bro. Sling this ball and just let it out.
Wow, man. Wow.
It's just a way to express yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to express yourself, because I feel like it was some stuff I had got disrespected on. So I was like, I can't say nothing. I ain't that dude unless I get disrespected first. Then I'm gonna hold my own. But other than that, I'm gonna just keep my cool, and I'll find a way to get even. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get mad. I'm gonna get even though, because I'm gonna show you. Show you.
No doubt, man. Like I want to know, bro. I mean, you're literally one of the pioneers of the game for Afro-American major league pitchers. And we just don't see that anymore. To be in that classification, that realm, you know, I mean, it's amazing, one, because we just don't see that type of, that diversity on the mound in the big leagues anymore. When I first came up, there were a lot of guys, you know, Afro-American pitchers or whatever. You just don't see that anymore. I mean, in your mentality, in your mind, why don't we see that anymore? Because we all grew up playing, you know, we all pitched in Little League, everything else. We just don't see it anymore.
Because they're so athletic, man. They can go get it, and you can't teach that. You know, when you can't teach athleticism. But you look at even the pitchers now, they're athletes. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pitchers in the league, multi-sport players. Watch them field bunts. I just think you growing up in baseball, bro, pitching is just not a position that we starting off at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We looked at pitching as the last place we were going to come. You know, you look at most pitchers now, most pitchers in the league, probably not just been a pitcher their whole life. They came from a position player to being a pitcher.
That's true. That's true.
But when you are an athlete and you get on that mound, you letting it eat. Yeah. That's the one thing I have saying about seeing a lot of the African-American pitchers coming up. They wasn't throwing soft. They was letting it eat. That thing coming.
They had to blow the doors down. I know you're right.
It's coming.
I haven't really seen any Afro-American pitchers that like soft toss or whatever. So, you know, they're throwing pills. I mean, the one guy that used to give me nightmares, man, was I couldn't see him. Was Mike Jackson. He used to pull his hat down over his eyes. He had a half a can of dip in his mouth, and he's turning it back to you, and he ain't throwing nothing but like teeth and sliders at you the whole time, dog. This is so crazy, man. And he'll let you know it beat me. I'm coming. Yeah. So I'll be there, dog. I'll be there.
I think it's crazy. It's just the last position that people run to. If you tell everybody to go choose a position, it's the last position. Like I used to have coaches used to tell me, like, be athletic on the mound. Yeah, I'm like, you could tell me be athletic on the mound, but you still got to show me how to be athletic on the mound, because you can put me in the outfield, I go run a ball down, spin my body, make a catch. You like, how you do that? Like, I don't know. It's just instincts. You know what I'm saying? You go in shortstop, you go slide, make a play, throw it. It's all instincts. On the mound, you could be athlete, but you still have to have some kind of mechanics that's gonna keep you consistent. So finding that happy medium was always hard for me, because I'm like, bro, to this day, I felt like you can put me in the outfield and I can hold my own, no doubt. I'm watching the play. I mean, I probably catch more fly balls than outfielders, because we shagging every day. If you really, and I like to power shag. I like to go get them off the bat. So I'm like, I'm seeing spin. Like, seeing spin is nothing, but it's just you don't see pitcher mound is the first place that people run into on a baseball field when they do play.
That's true.
Last of a dying breed, though, bro.
Last of a dying breed. With that being said, you know, by you saying being the last of a dying breed, are you, like, I know I see you all the time on the ground. You know, you still throwing your bullpens and everything else. I mean, are you just kind of like just waiting for the opportunity, the situation to be able to contribute, to someone? I mean, because it look like you're still throwing pills up there right now, bro.
Man, I'm still running up, man. I'm either waiting on an opportunity or for my mind to be mentally checked out of it, whichever one come first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on that walk right now, and whichever way I have to go in the crossroad, like I was telling Mac, I said I'm gonna be ready to take that walk without no hesitation. So whichever it may be, left or right, it's a win-win for me. I got my family, I get to play more baseball, which is the game I love. I'm blessed to be in a position to where I can set my family up financially. I'm playing now for the love of the game, and it's a win-win for me right now. I'm having fun, bro. Like I'm in the cage throwing to these kids. I'm coaching them as I'm pitching, and I'm still trying to get them out in the cage at the same time, but I'm still wanting to be a lesson. Like I'm telling you, I'm trying to give you the insight of a pitcher. You swinging at this and swinging at that. My approach is going to change because now you showed me. So I'm trying to put them on free game while I'm still competing at the same time because they're not going to get that all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Player coaching already. But I'm ready, though. I just hit 96 the other day, man. Shit, I'm ready. I'm ready, Dad. Yeah. We stay ready. We work hard, bro. That's one thing we do as a vet. You're going to keep your body ready. Nobody got to tell us what to do. We know what to do. We've been doing it long enough.
Modern day Satchel Paige, dog. Modern day.
Rubber arm. And what for someone that's played 20 years, you've never really had any major arm surgeries, injuries. What's been the key for you doing that?
Man, I think it's a combination of hard work and a combination of being blessed. Sometimes the work you put in don't always show. That's just life, you know what I'm saying? Some people's body just ain't gonna hold up. You can do all the work you want to do. Sometimes your body just ain't gonna hold up. So I've been blessed, man, to be for my body to hold up functionally, for me to be able to compete, at a high level and be able to be rejuvenated and bounce back as quick as I've been able to. So I definitely don't take that for granted. And, I count my blessings every day. And thank God for allowing me to, to be strong and healthy.
Yeah, man, you've competed in the air, like the Wild Wild West air, when you talk about you made your debut back in, what we say?
03?
2003, yeah.
2003, right. When we know this was the Wild Wild West, and to be able to go through that air and stay injury free and still be pitching to this day, like that alone says something.
A kid. I was a kid amongst men, but I was ready for the challenge. Hey, Kev, that's a different type of baseball back then, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it really was. I mean, it's amazing, bro. I'm just kind of like just looking at it, like you in likeness. You play in many different cities. Me and Mac talk about this all the time. I played in 8 cities. I see you. What do you want to? I mean, what? 14 different cities. I mean, so the adjustment, mentally to the people that you got to adjust to. I played in 8, so the surroundings was similar. The mindset has to be in a similar facet because the climate of the people that you're dealing with, and the different media people and everything else, and how they kind of respond or react to you on certain issues, and how they either, they put you up top or they try to, throw dirt on you a little bit, regardless of the situation. So, I mean, I think that's amazing in itself. So with that being said, what type, you took the same mentality in every city that you went to?
Man, I think growing up a military brat, but already having life on the move, I was ready for that. So I'm used to being a new dude. It's pretty hard for me not to get along with you too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I stay in my lane. I ain't gonna go out my way to make myself annoyingly seen, but I feel like I carry a presence to where I can bounce around from person to person, and I have ability to get along with people that some people don't necessarily like, just because. I don't know, man. It's just like that's instilled. That's just who I am. I can bounce certain stuff. Some stuff might annoy me, but I'm like, I can tolerate it. But you know what I'm saying? I can choose whatever level I deal with people on. And you go into different cities, bro. It's like orphanages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our baseball teams is that's your family for 7 months. You see them more than your real family. Yeah. And everybody coming from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? In one clubhouse, you're going to have your tension. You're going to have your team squabbles. But at the end of the day, all y'all got to respect each other. Well, you ain't even got to respect each other. You got to tolerate each other. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be times let me stand to correct that. You ain't got to respect each other, but you just got to tolerate each other, man. And that's just kind of how I always took it, man. I always feel like I'm in the middle of everybody, too. So I'm always playing mediator. You know what I'm saying? Between people. It's like, damn. But you definitely just pick and choose, fall back, speak sometimes when spoken to, and I just observe everything, bro. I just like to peep game and see what's going on, get acclimated to a system and blend in like the Geico lizard. Just blend in, bro. Iguana.
That's a skill, though. That's a skill. And I like how, man, I sit back and observe. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you've been able to do that and play 20 years in all these different cities and the resiliency, man, of making adjustments and by sitting back and observing. That's why I said, man, that's a hell of a skill. That's a skill I wish that I would have learned at 20 years old, you know, coming to the league. You mentioned that you had to earn your respect with umpires, right? Like this is something that like it ain't easy to do and understand. Like we want everything right now, but 20 years you earned your respect, and you still every time you step on the field, it seems like you have that same mindset, man, that you got something to prove.
Man, check this out, Mac. When I came in a game like that, I came in a game observing. I ain't speak to nobody spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? I was literally a kid. Like dudes in there. I mean, you had 5 to 7 people with 10 plus years. To the point where you got 3 years, they're like, bro, you can still be a rookie with 3 years. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? That's the game I came up in. 3 years, they can still have you. You can still be on rookie treatment if you coming through that popping off, bro. So I came in looking. All I do is watch everybody, sit in my locker. I hear shit, but I ain't hear shit. You know what I'm saying? I see, but I ain't see nothing. And I just play Snake on my phone, bro. So that's the mentality I had come up. I don't know nothing. I ain't hear nothing. But to myself, I'm like, shit, I'm internalizing everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I knew.
Seriously. You got a favorite city that you played in?
Man, you know what? I'm biased to the A. I'm biased to GA.
Okay.
Man. I'm biased to that. But I say aside from playing in Atlanta, man, LA, that coming up in that LA atmosphere, bro. I mean, you talking about rivals with Dodgers pitch against Barry Bonds. Just the fact that I got to see Barry Bonds play, bro. Yeah, that right there. I mean, that's dope right there, bro. Like, coming up with them Dodgers and them Dodgers Giants series. I ain't been in a series that serious yet in baseball. Plus, like I said, it's different times. That's probably been the most intense series that I've seen. But them games was fun though. And I'm 20 years old in them, so I'm like, shit, there go. You know what I'm saying? What
about Magianis and Caracas, though? Is it?
Hey, that's different. That's different country, boy. That's a different kind of hostile.
Yeah, hey, bro, that's amazing. Like you even got winter ball on your resume as a pitcher.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That just don't happen no more, dog. It don't happen.
Yeah. That's the only time I led the league in the ERA. I said, he was in there balling, bro. He
was a rock star out of Venezuela.
Hey, you don't pitch good here, you don't pitch good, you go back home. I said, but the last thing I need, these people in the city hate me, dog.
We all got that experience right there, dog. That winter ball experience.
It just people hate me.
Bro, what clicked in 2011 when you were with Detroit, and it was like you had over 200 innings, you won 13 games. What happened over there?
That was 2009.
Oh,
honestly, man, it started halfway in 2007 when I was with Tampa Bay. That first half, I ain't pitched like nothing. I pitched like shit. And so I got called in office like, hey, we're gonna give you another chance to start, you know what I'm saying? But you got to do something. I'm gonna tell you what I did, Mac. Playing catch with James Shields.
Big game.
I just went over my head one day. The day before it started, literally the day before it started, I went over my head playing catch, and he's like, damn, bro. He's like, that was nasty, dog. Do that again. I threw about 5 more pitches. He's like, man, you got to do that, bro. You gotta take them mechanics in tomorrow. I took it in the game the next day. And when I did that, it synced me up. it synced me up enough to keep my body moving. And that's how I figured out how to keep myself athletic. I had to go back to the old school, go over your head mechanics just to keep my body moving. And from that moment on, I clicked, bro. Like from the halfway 2007, a day before playing catch, I found the mechanics and I took off. From 2007, 2008, came back and won 14 games. Me and Shields, we tied the franchise record. Then 2009, went to Detroit, kept it going. So I had already started it in 07. It was just a continuation. So when I got to Detroit, I was already locked in. You know what I'm saying? I had found my athleticism that they had always been telling me to find.
So that's what they did for you, going over your head. They gave you like a rhythm. What would you call that? What is that?
It's all rhythm, bro. I'm a rhythm pitcher. When you're an athlete, you're a rhythm pitcher. Everything athletes do is rhythmic. So when we get our rhythm, it's like, hey, when you get your rhythm and you're an athlete, you synced up with everything. You're on time. Now you can let your natural ability, natural ability take its place and do what you do. So once I did that, it turned me into who I needed to be because I had my rhythm. I had my flow.
That's crazy. I mean, I do believe that. So, bro, like you started in the early 2000s, and now we're at a situation now where there's a lot of data, analytical data, everything else. And you say you've always been a rhythmic pitcher. Like, Jack, man, so in today's game, obviously you've played into this era also. Like, how have you adapted to that? Or have you just taken your foundation as a rhythmic pitcher and added like some of these other dynamic things that they have out now for pitchers?
Man, that's a good question because the game has definitely evolved. Like life gonna do, everything is gonna evolve. But how I come into the analytics, I have to look at it and be like, okay, all this I can't use. Some of this is an information overload. You know what I'm saying? I got to go in and I have to decipher what information I can use that works for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if they saying change up against this dude is good and so through change ups and his change up is your spin rate, but our action might be the same. Their approach might be different against him and me. So I really have to kind of take some of the analytics plus take some of the gameplay and find a happy medium. So I'll take some of it and put it in my bank because I can know my spin rate, but I still need to see how it plays. You know what I'm saying? I can sit and tell you every number about my spin rate, but I need to see how when I hit that game, how hitters going to react to it. Because you can say my spin rate is this, and if they hitting that pitch, I don't need to be throwing it. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I'm halfway, if I'm decently executing it and it's getting hit, then that means that it don't matter about the spin rate. I need outs. So you gotta learn how to decipher what you can use and what you can't. I ain't gonna say it's all the way bad because I'll be wrong. I ain't all the way. I gotta learn. I'm still learning how to use it, but I go in and I go open-minded. I go in into the situation open-minded, just because it may be something that I can use. So I don't close anything off.
Yeah, I mean, I believe I'm a firm believer in that too. Like some of the stuff that they have now that I would be using it too. I mean, it can only be helpful because when you kind of establish yourself, and to be a big league baseball player, you have to have adaptability already, and to be able to use some of these things to your advantage. I always just try to remind people like we just cannot ever forget about the fundamental basics of the game. We just are trying to add to it, branch off and give it some more volume or whatever it may be. For some reason, some of these guys have started to try to wipe away what is fundamentally in the game already, the foundations of the game, and that's not going to work. Whatever we add today is really important, man. Like it's really important moving forward. So you know,
that's what I say. Some of the stuff I just take from it, like the only thing that get confusing to me, sometimes your true numbers won't depict what somebody think of you because of the analytics. You know what I'm saying? The true gameplay won't necessarily show. If you go out and you go 17-3, but you have your other numbers are bad on the analytical side, I'm like, it doesn't matter. The objective is to win the game.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? The objective is to win the game. And that's the part where I come from the old school where I'm looking at gameplay. Like I'm looking at, damn, y'all saying these numbers bad, his fit bad, his WAR, but I'm looking at these quality starts and he giving the team a chance to win every time. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
that's
still
the part that's confusing to me.
Jack. Look, I don't care what they say. I call him the brown pan boys. The objective still, no matter, you could put any type of mathematical formula, any type of analytical data, whatever you want to do, the game still is going to be about scoring runs, trying to stop someone from scoring runs, and driving in runs. And the pitchers, no matter how you look at it, you can do weighted runs created, all that kind of stuff like that. A mindset of a pitcher is like, how many innings can I toss, and can I give my team a chance to win a ball game? That still is going to play. We can add all those other things at the very end, ERA plus and all these different things, whip, all that kind of stuff like that. That just kind of give you an insightful mindset of what's actually taking place, with your stuff in the game. But it still is not the measure of the man in the competition of the game, man. It's simple. Yeah. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree. That's the part where we come from with the old school.
Yeah, like it won't never change. Like that kind of stuff won't ever change. Like you can tell me all the stuff you want to tell me. If I can't get that right, or if I can't execute that, then I'm just gonna go flat out old fashioned. Like, all right, man, we just gonna go compete. We're gonna compete for it and see what happens. And whatever.
Keep it fun.
Yeah, whatever data you want to write after that right there, just remember that's what I'm doing right now. I'm competing. And that's going to give you some data to write down on my competition and my heart and mindset alone.
Yeah. I know. Good pitch, nasty pitch, you know what I'm saying? Something dirty. Now, what's the spin rate? I couldn't tell you what's a good spin rate, what's a bad spin rate. I hear him tell me my information, and I'm like, I hear you tell me this, but I still don't just fully comprehend it because I'm just looking at what I see.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what I see.
That'll never change, bro. Like, your eyes tell you a lot. The data just gives you information to back up how someone can't see the same way you see the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
They might be like, hey, he got the fastest spin rate on his fastball, but you might be seeing it good that day. You're like, bro, I couldn't tell you, but it was coming hard, but I could see it. Like, I'm taking good swings at it. Like, the spin rate ain't gonna help you then.
Hey, so did you cross paths with Blake Snell?
We missed each other.
Okay.
I know that he got some dog in him.
Yeah. So let me tell you what I just found out about him. So we're talking about spin rate and all that kind of stuff like that. So we're in the outfield. We're playing. The guys, like some of the young guys today, don't know what. I won't say they don't, but some guys can't pick up a grip and have a four seam fastball to make the ball, at its highest spin rate, and also at its highest spin rate, and also on top of that, you make the ball travel. The ball travels farther when you throw a four seam fastball. So Jared Sandberg, which is our, one of the coaches or whatever, he's the bench coach over here or whatever, and we were talking about in the outfield. He's like, he would take pictures of all the starting pitches of how do you grip your pitches? And when he got to my man Blake Snell, they asked him what his four seam fastball looked like. He thought it was with the seams. He thought running with the seams, like a two seam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He didn't know how to go across the horseshoe.
Yeah.
And they said as soon as he figured out, like, he was already good.
Yeah.
As soon as he figured out how to throw four seam fastball, he won a Cy Young. He was a Cy Young winner that next year, which is crazy, man. Which is crazy.
Which means he gonna blow you away with his stuff.
Yes.
They equated the spin rate. I equated to his stuff that good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
he got blow you away shit. He got blow you away stuff.
It literally.
He's pitching football and don't know the difference. Four seam is what you telling me.
Yes, Mac. He was dominating, bro. He was dominating. He was dominating and didn't know. He already threw like 94, 94, 95 already with just two seams. And he figured out that four-seam fastball, and that's the year I think he won like 21 games or whatever. I couldn't believe it.
That four-seam was gonna definitely come in harder than that two-seam. Unless you just one of them people who throwing 98 two-seamers, which everybody ain't got that. You know
nah, everybody ain't keeping that in the bag. Everybody ain't got that one in the bag, which is crazy. Crazy, man.
That's what I say, man. And that's what I say. I ain't saying the spin rate is wrong. It's just I base it off what I see.
Yeah. No doubt about it. I mean, I know you. Obviously, you said your man from AA was one of your best coaches, far as in helping you become the Edwin Jackson that you are today. Like, is it anybody else that's had to get you to change your mechanics, give you something mentally, to give you some of the longevity that you've had with all this time?
No doubt, man. I would say, listen, I bounced around so much that
it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing.
Most of the coaches that I had that I kind of still with for a few years was early in my career. Rest in peace, Kenny Howell. Kenny Howell was my man. As a matter of fact, they sent me back from AAA to AA. Then I went from AA to the big leagues because they just wanted me to work with Kenny. And they was like, hey, listen, we want you to leave Vegas. This ain't a demotion. We just want you working with Kenny Howell. So Kenny Howell was influential. Roger McDowell had me early too. And he taught me some valuable things as a pitcher, especially like pitching to contact. He taught me pitching to contact. Like, EJ, if you want to go long and you're a starter in the game, you can't run from contact. You keep your pitch count down. You want them to hit the ball, you just don't want them to hit it how they want to hit it. Kenny gave me that blow him away. Marty gave me the knowledge. So those three were very, very important upcoming. And throughout the years, man, I've taken something from every pitching coach that I had, but those three got a hold to me at a super young age. I had to switch mechanics a few different times. Sometimes it wasn't for the best. People don't know, bro, I went through 2011. I went through a playoffs in the World Series with mechanics I hadn't done before. All those were new, everything was new mechanics, bro. And I went through a playoff in the World Series with it and didn't complain. I just did it. And, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I won one of the biggest games of my career in the 2011. Yeah, in the loop against Philly. I had the first make or break game. And Octavio Dotel, you know, we had a crazy team. No pressure, EJ. If we don't win today, we lose. And they brought it up like, hey, Doty, I got you, bro. I got you. That's the type of baseball that you don't see that no more in the playoff game, and people coming through like, hey, bro, no secrets. If we lose, we go home. and make people clam up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the team. That's the era we came up. Like, hey, bro. Yeah. People gonna be talking in the dugout. They're gonna be talking in the clubhouse. Like, hey, bro, we lose this, we gone. So they made you nut up. They made you grow some balls and go pitch, bro.
I mean Columbus, GA, baby.
Yeah, man. Like, you know what? Yeah, they just take it on and run with it, bro. Like, literally take it on and run with it. That's crazy.
They're gonna make you speak it in the senses. I got you, bro. I got you. You ain't losing today. Not today. Not on my account, bro.
In the World Series, right? In the World Series. That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Going through that with new mechanics, that was probably the hardest thing that I had to do, bro. Because I'm like, man, we on the biggest stage right now. I got new mechanics. Sometimes I feel comfortable, sometimes I don't. And just trying to block all that out your mind and go pitch.
Who was your pitching coach? Was it Dave Duncan over there then? Wow.
And I was going over my head one time in Milwaukee, and they hit everything that I threw that day. And I guess apparently I was tipping pitches or something, so we changed mechanics. And from that day on, I was just trying to find new mechanics. Then I got to a point where I lost going over my head, even if I could look at the video. So then I'm like, damn, I need to recreate I got to recreate my whole mechanics all over again from scratch, mixing in athleticism and consistency. So I went through a few years of that, bro, where I was trying to find what felt comfortable again. Because I could look at going over my head and I can try it and I can't feel it. But even through all that, I never made no excuses. You know what I'm saying? I went on about my business. I was accountable for anything good or bad. And I kept it moving because I just felt like as a professional, that's what we're supposed to do. It ain't everybody's business what you got going on. Nobody want to hear that. Just take your accountability, you know, own up to what's yours and like, I'll fix it.
That's amazing.
Facts,
that's
man.
amazing.
You did something else that'll never be done again. And that's, well, I should say probably never be done again, especially where the game is now, is that no-hitter you threw. And I think I don't know if it was 126 or 136 pitches.
No, 149.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. Like who's the manager that threw 149 pitches?
He had no choice. He had a choice, but I had more time than him. And I told him because I mean he called me in the it's probably like the 6th or 7th. It's like, EJ, we got a problem. It's like, AJ, I don't argue with no managers. I don't dispute coming out no games, but I ain't coming out this game till I get the hit or home run. But he felt it though. You know what I'm saying? Some of the managers, they feel it, bro. Like they feel when you want it. And I wanted it. I'm like, this is my game, bro. Like I'm good. I feel good. I'm good. But I doubt you see 149 pitches.
No, that never happened again, man.
I had a lot of managers after that told me too. They would have pulled me, but I say I went with your team because it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be with you at that time. It wasn't meant to be.
That's so crazy, man. That is so crazy. Like the highest of highs is like some of the lowest of lows. How, you know, and I know you have moments like that. How did you deal with some of the adversity in the game?
Man.
Dealing with certain things.
The best way to deal with it, bro, is keep yourself in touch with reality. We are professional athletes. Our worst day is somebody's dream. Somebody getting rocked. You got people that would dream, cry real tears just to get on the field and throw one big league pitch, bro. We got people dealing with real problems in the world. It goes way further than losing the game, or getting rocked in the game, or struggling. You got people struggling in life when they got $200. You know what I'm saying? That's going to determine whether they house, you know what I'm saying, or whether they get evicted or not. $200, and we looking at $200, and it might be dinner. So I like to keep myself grounded with reality and understand that it don't matter what I'm going through. It's somebody's dream, and it ain't nobody who ain't gonna go through it again. You ain't the only person in the world that this didn't happen to, bro.
Yeah.
It happened, and it's gonna continue to happen. And life ain't ever been said it's gonna be perfect. Deal with it. How you react.
That's why I love this guy, man. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like how you learn this stuff at such a young age, and that perception that you've had. You said, from day one coming into the game, and I think out of all the players that I've had the chance to be a part of, from when they came into the game till now, like you've done exactly that, man. You stay grounded, after no hitters, World Series, all these things. You always been the same person, man. That's something that I always have respected about you.
Hey man, that's what I take pride in, bro. 14 teams, and I got people everywhere that respect me as a person, regardless of how I pitched. Like I know a lot of people in the world, they base the game on how you pitch, but I'm basing it on how I am as a person, because stats come and go. But who you are as a person, that shit's gonna stick forever to somebody. They ain't gonna never forget that, bro. How he treated me, or if he was cool, or if he wasn't cool, that don't go, bro. That people forget the stats and they remember how you was. You can get overlooked.
100
all the time. I'm a big firm believer in that, man. Like I played for 8 teams, and I can pretty much call someone on each and every one of those teams because of the way you treat people and deal with them every single day, man. So those are blessings in itself. that a lot of people just don't, they call us, the people who don't really know us, all they just think about is major league or baseball, professional baseball players. They just like all stuck up, or they're high maintenance and everything else. It's like, you just got to meet the right person, to understand what type of people they are. And so, with that being said, man, like it's been like an honor to talk to you. Call me the OG. It's like,
man, you the OG,
the second gen OG.
Everybody in Columbus know Mike Cameron, man. What? LaGrange, Columbus, Henry County, it don't matter, Harris County, also Phoenix City, all surrounding areas. Hey, we do Mike Cameron and Tim Hudson.
Wow, man.
You and Tim was like, hey, Mike Cameron and Tim Hudson.
Wow.
That's who everybody knew, bro.
Wow. Unbelievable, man.
It's
Unbelievable.
Funny, I know it's funny. It's funny. That's say Mike Cam from right up the street from me, bro. Like 40 minutes, bro. 40 minutes.
Literally, man.
And when news hit about somebody, it spread through the whole area. 2 to 3 hours each way you can go, bro.
That is true. It's 6 degrees of separation, dog.
I'm from Fort. You heard of Fort Collins, Colorado? I'm from Fort Collins, Colorado, and I got to play with y'all cats, man.
Yeah.
And man, I done had some of the most fun times of my life with y'all two cats right here, man. And that's really what I miss about the game, like being around people like y'all. And shoot, talk about being grounded, Edwin, what you guys are doing with the Players Alliance, man. And that's something else that is hasn't been done in the game of baseball. And so when I say hasn't been done, and I really, I enjoy like this whole off season, like hearing about, there's so much negative stuff, like to be able to be exposed about this positivity and what you guys are doing with the Alliance, man, is big ups to all you guys. So tell us more about the Players Alliance and the vision and how it got started and what's the vision of this alliance.
Man, I appreciate that, man. But like you say, everything in numbers is always greater. And that's the one special thing we have with the Alliance that we haven't had in the past. We've never had this amount of players from old to new, current, all together in unity, like this, coming together for one cause. Everybody's always done their things on their own. And now it's like the synergy with everybody has brought each other closer together. And now we have a big combustion ball of all of us and our energy that we bring to not only to the game, but to the world and to the communities. It's like a big bowling ball of energy that we about to spread through. We're about to spread through the world, bro. Because I don't want it to stop in the country. I want this to go through the world, bro. Like countries that don't even have baseball. You know what I'm saying? Being able to bring baseball to countries who never probably even seen a baseball. But I mean, it started just with a simple conversation, bro. It went from D and Cam talking, then they calling me, and we talking about it started with COVID, talking about life and COVID and what basketball players had done. Then 846, it took a whole different turn because it went from COVID. It went from what are we going to do with baseball with our lives to what can we do to help change the world, to help use our platforms in a positive way. Finally, baseball, people don't really understand baseball players, especially African-American players. We've never been able to speak up like basketball and football about no issues, bro. This is the most 2020 was the most that I ever seen us freely being able to use our platforms and speak up for what's going on around the world without fear of backlash or, getting blackballed, whatever it may be. We always been afraid, bro. But this is times. The universe gonna let you know when it's time for you to speak up and not be afraid. And everybody coming together and doing so, bro. We've been able to do something monumental. This history in the making, no doubt. And it takes everybody's involvement. It takes the community, it takes the leaders, it takes us in baseball, it takes the front office, and it takes everybody to want change. And we want change, bro. We want it. We need it. It's imperative.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is something that we look at. It's something that really to kind of be proud of and to be a part of, because, like you said, we really haven't had an opportunity to, as a unit, as a whole, to be able to, just touch the people. Like we're in there individually in different places, in different cities, whether it be for the team that you play for or your hometown team or whatever it may be. But this is like guys coming from in that city that live there, where you are at that moment, being able to be a part of something like that. Like I saw it in Atlanta, the cats is on the west side, like right there, right there.
I'll fit there.
Yeah, right there, bro. Like Frederick Douglass High School, like, this historical moment for the players, and we at a historical school where we know and understand what Frederick Douglass represented for our people and everything. And look, it just wasn't our people that showed up. It was everybody. Like we,
bro, the allies.
Yeah. So,
our brothers in the clubhouses.
Yeah, man. So it's good to understand that, we, as a whole, we are about, for the most part, we're about unity. It gets twisted sometimes, but we're about unity in a way of, you can come on with us, like we good, what I'm saying? Like you can come do this with us and everything. So there ain't gonna be no craziness going on. There ain't gonna be no madness. Like we good. When you with us, you're gonna be good. So just to kind of see those things transpiring and be able to push it. And hopefully it becomes on a much larger scale than it is right now. Because there's so many, I have a facility down back in at home in Stockbridge, and it's basically become a community center. And a lot of the kids that go there, they have no idea who I am. Like they just know that they're coming to this place, and I show up and I be helping them. They're like, oh, that's you, Mike Cameron. It's like, who's Mike Cameron? Blah, 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 blah. They know my son more than they know me, but like they don't understand that, what I'm bringing to them is something that don't really people have a chance to be able to interact with this type of environment over the course of a lifetime, man. It's crazy.
People, we had no chance of doing this. Like we ain't
bro.
Going to the Columbus Red Sticks game, that was my chance of seeing anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my parents being from Alabama, T Long was the man in Montgomery.
Yeah.
T Long. So they was like, yeah. T Long in the league. So Terrence Long he was the man where I'm coming from, being my parents from Georgia. His mom lived right around the corner from my grandma. So
in the golf.
That's what we heard about T Long. Then when we go to Columbus, it's like, oh yeah, boy, that Cameron boy. They said that Cameron boy. Hey, that Cameron boy from the Grange, he from right up the street.
Yeah. Hey.
You don't know about that, Mac. That's that country talk, boy. You don't know about that.
No, but y'all didn't show me. I told you that he was going out there to the ATL, man.
Dog.
Y'all on the ATL, man. You talk about like grounded. I could really understand you guys more seeing the ATL and the vibe that was out there and that groundedness that you're talking about. Because you could be in ATL and you walk into like all kind of people out there just walking down the street.
Yeah.
Same restaurant. Like these are A-list celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everybody's just out there in one like melting pot, man.
Yeah.
I just like it, Mac, because it's prosperous for our people, bro.
Everywhere.
It's prosperous for the African American community. It's good to see some people that look like you with something like you have that and got it from a different avenue that ain't just been sports. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see. It's good to see that when you get a chance to see it, bro. because I feel like people get belittled all the time, and people get looked at and judged. But you go home or you go back to the city, you just breathe and you're like, damn, bro, I like seeing this.
Definitely. I mean, yes.
Give you hope, man. Like, I give you hope that you could do something, you could be something else.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know about you guys. I wanted to be an athlete from when I was young. Like because that's really like the first thing I was exposed to. But I think you're exactly right, man. When you go to ATL and you're able to see, man, Black lawyers, black ownership, entrepreneurs, man. It's a spot that inspires you, man. I know New York is the city of dreams, but ATL is, man, it's right there with it. And seeing what y'all are doing with the Players Alliance, I think back to when you came to AZ, man, I got a chance to go out there and see people that I ain't seen in 20 years.
True.
20 years and connect with people. And being able to see other young players, hear them say, man, I pitched because of EDWIN Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking I play with this guy and these kids, man, what you guys are doing on the field, getting people involved in baseball and beyond is unbelievable, man. And when you say talking about taking this globally, like, I believe, man.
Mac, you touch one life a week, bro. You changing the life. One life a week. That's all you if you can change one life a week, bro, and give somebody motivation. That's one person you saving every week. You know what I'm saying? It's the small things, bro.
Yeah, like with the small things, like every year you go back home and you do like this big like clinic mini camp back home in Columbus, man. Like you still like, are you still like putting that out there? Still doing that?
I did 9 years straight, bro. 9 years straight out of pocket, no help, no recognition. I didn't ask for it because that's just how we moved.
Yeah.
I feel like when I moved out here to AZ, it got harder because we started having them kids around all the times. I got all off season, baby. So we started having them kids around every time I would do the camp. I used to want to get you out there too. I was like, man, I was scared to hit you up. I was like, I don't feel like bothering this man.
Man, like, I'm down. Like I came to the last one because you had Mac out there and we all met up at the hotel up at the W up by
Buckhead.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I just ain't never like bothering people. I was like, man,
like anytime.
Like, I don't want to bother nobody. But that's what I say, bro. But that's what we changing now, bro. I told my wife, I said, man, listen, when I retire, I want to take some of my time and just take my little man and we just hit some different people camps. We just hit some different camps. Come on, bro. We taking a flight here, go to this camp. Take the boys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm taking the boys to my partner camp. I'm taking the boys to Cam camp. I'm taking the boys to Matt camp. I'm going to D-Day camp in Florida. Just have fun with it.
Yeah. Are your boys, they involved in the game? Do they like it?
My little one, my oldest, sometimes he want to play. Sometimes he want to play baseball. Then sometimes he want to play flag football. But I feel like he just to that point where he just now starting to come around to it because he's getting his friends. The little one is just like the little natural athlete. He got the older siblings, so he just come up swinging lefty, throwing lefty. Nobody taught him nothing. But I never wanted to push it on him. I just like, when we go to practice, when they come ask, like, hey, I want to let him do whatever he's gonna do and be great at it. But he started to come around to the sports now. I can't lie, it's some proud moments. I mean, some proud dad moments. Like, okay, my dog, I want to come practice now. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Baseball.
Have you seen a 9-year-old play chess? My man is a hell of a chess player.
It's intellectual. That's intellectual talent right there, bro.
Know what he's doing. 42. I still don't know how to play chess. I'm like,
I don't either. You know what I'm saying?
Like he likes some chess and he good with the numbers. I said, good, but I might need you to be my accountant one day. Let me get you on, man. I got my own financial advisor, my son.
Yeah, hey, man, let him live.
And I got a luxury to play with dads, boy. I said, listen, I got to watch that. I get to play with his son, bro.
Man. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like we pass these things on, man. Like and hey, like I tell my kid all the time, I say I was fortunate and blessed enough, to play with Tony Gwynn Jr., Prince Fielder. Those are the top of my dome. To actually, kind of guide these guys or whatever, man, and to be, to have their fathers who played the game kind of show me the way and weave me the way or whatever it is. Because, back when I came up, bro, it may have been 6, 7 brothers on the squad, and we, you all meet out behind home plate and congregate, whether it be, whether they come get you to go something to eat, show you this spot, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. Like always give you the real game, man, that I had no other choice but to pass it on around, pass it down, man.
Yeah,
he's crazy.
He been lucky. He been lucky to come up under a real one. He said, "Boy, your daddy is a goat, boy." But the main thing I like him because he wanted to live under his own name. He want to have his own. He want to have his own name. He like, so I got my dad's name, but I want him to know Daz. Yeah, know me as Daz Cannon, and I like that about him. I like that.
Yeah, man, it's special. It is special.
Daz out there running balls down out there in Tropicana Field. And I got to ask him about that because I said he already went first round and he got his agent. I told him then, hey, man, I'm going to be your agent. All right. I see a young player be able to take his head off the ball, run to a spot, and catch it. When I seen him doing that, I was like, hey, I'm going to be your agent. I ain't forgot about it.
Look at the screen. That's how you know. Look at the screen. He done watch one of the best do it. He done watch his old man. He might not ask him for nothing, but he watching. He watching, bro. He taking notes.
One thing I will say, like that dude, ever since he's been 2 years old, and he's in Seattle, and playing with some of the young guys up there, whatever. While all the kids get ready to go, they will play their little game of wiffle ball or whatever it was. Like he played a game, and like when the actual game start, dude going to sit down and watch the game and see what's going on, man, while all the rest of the kids still over there playing. Like he's always been like that. Always watched. He's always been watching, seeing what's good. And then when I got a chance to actually get him on the field, I mean, even before that, when Daz was 2 years old, I used to take him because I used to live right across the street from the stadium in Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. And I would take him with me, and then Brick would come pick him up and put him, he would be pissed that he had to leave, but dude been on the field at shortstop with Barry Larkin like at 2 years old. And then I was like, yo, man, you got to get ready to go because they don't have a daycare here in Cincinnati. That's just the way Cincinnati rolled at that time. And he would be just bawling, bro, like crying like crazy. I'm like, man, get home, be knocked out, be ready to go the next day, every single time, dog. So, I mean, he's been doing that forever. And then once I got him to a point where he could travel on the road, man. So my last year, I took him because I kind of figured it was going to be my last year. So I just let him like follow me. We started a road in Texas. We played Texas. We went somewhere else. And I think we went Texas. Where did we go? Texas, LA. I just kind of like let him feel it. Like let him see what's really going on. Let him go through it, everything. He had his own locker, everything. And just kind of like, the only thing you need to do is when it becomes 6 o'clock, find you something else to do because that's when it's time for guys to start getting their mind right to make some money or whatever. I never had no problem about it at all. Yeah. Not one time. Literally.
I love kids in the clubhouse, man.
It's the best.
I know some people be salty, but I'm like, bro, these kids.
It's the best.
Let them soak this up.
It's the best.
When it's time, trust me, I'm going to handle my kids. They going to know exactly what to do and not to do because I done already. They already just know what it is. They're going to come in there. They ain't finna be making themselves seen. They're going to sit up my locker. They're going to move when I move. Yeah. And whatever you say, that's on y'all. I ain't finna tell you what to say or not say because I know bringing them in the clubhouse, That's I ain't finna stop nobody else from feeling a certain kind of way. Trust me, we got this. They probably ain't even paying you no attention because they heard it already anyway. So it's normal to. And they come in and have fun, bro. That's how my youngest is, though. When I took him in Toronto, well, he was hot when he had to get off. I mean, hot. He was screaming.
They kids, though. They don't know no better, man. I always just say, like, man, ain't nothing. It wouldn't be nothing more fun than be able to go to work with your dad. Like, my young son, he didn't care nothing about baseball. It was just the fact that they had food in there, all kind of bubble gum, candy, all that kind of stuff like that. But he also knew it, like at 6 o'clock, it's time for me to get missing and let these guys go. And then, you come back, whatever it may be or whatever. So
I'm going to have security go and take you to the little playroom.
Yeah, man.
He liked it for that aspect. He liked to go and play with the other kids if there's somebody there. We'll bring them early. Like we bring them early, get there before everybody show up so everybody can work. But they got to experience that, bro. They got to. Man. You have to. It impacted my daughter some because, she didn't get a chance to do it like my boys did, like I used to try to take her, early, way early before all the fellas start getting there, or, afterwards, just kind of give her acclimated or whatever. But, she just still to this day is like, I never got a chance to do like Daz and Kai and them, I said, well, yeah, but you got more leeway than all them anyway, too. So, I mean, I don't know if that balances out, but she's, in her own right, she's doing her own thing. But at the same time, like this young one, I've made a way to, like, now since I've been kind of doing this with the Mariners or whatever, I made a way to make sure that she gets a chance to envision and see what it's like. So to come with me and everything, she just don't get a chance to do the clubhouse stuff like that. Yeah, and if you do, just bring them hella early, super early. I can show you what it looked like. We got 2 hours for anybody to come. I can show you around real quick, get you on in and out. So you can say you said that. I have my daughter, but she be high. That ain't fair. He get to go to the field.
Yeah,
like baby, it's just it's men in there. Like it ain't the place for the girls. I'll take you one day early. I'll let you get you some gum and some ice cream, and then we can come on out. I'll get you in there super early so you can see it, so you don't feel like you're missing out. But they just need to see that, bro. They need to see it,
feel it. Get a chance to see all of it. Feel it, bro.
That gotta be. That's what I want to ask you, Cam. How is it watching one of your youngsters play, bro? You get nervous?
I gotten better. I've gotten better because I have to understand that I don't know what his journey has been like mentally. I don't understand that. I know what mine was like, and then him coming under me, and then him being like this kid that's been, highly touted since he's been 14 years old, all the way up. Perfect game, ranked 1, 2, this, that, and the other. Mike Cameron's son, blah 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 blah, playing at East Cobb. First round draft pick. I don't know what that's like. His grind has been totally different, but I've just tried to help him understand this grind that he's going through. Just try to help him understand it. The biggest joy wasn't when he got drafted or whatever it was. We knew that was going to happen. I just worried about him. He'd never been in the minor leagues. He's only been around the big leagues. Like I know once he gets to the big leagues, he'll be able to handle himself. But going in the grind itself, I don't think he really understood, how that was. And so I just had to try to help him. Like, you got to find a way to allow yourself to understand what you're going through, what it means. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I came from the red mud. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never had to deal with none of the adversities I had to deal with, all the different things he did. So to be able to see him get like to this point right here, I think the one time we had explaining to him about the business in itself, the getting sent down and how they do things, and me not being able to speak up for him because, like, you're a young man, like, you're going to have to deal with certain things that I can only just kind of give you help with, I can't go and tell the guy, you know, hey, this is how you should do it, because, you know, this their organization, you know what I'm saying? So it's tough at times. But as far as baseball wise, there were a time that he didn't want to have nothing. He got it figured out. Man, since his boy been playing pro ball, he called me every single day. And if he misses a day, he gonna call the next morning. And that just, you know, that's just the way it is. Like every day. Now we're having conversations about how to, you know, not be a, you know, be a pro for one, and just understand that.
The phone might have died, Mac.
Clean it up, Killer Cam.
The phone might have died, man.
He died. We shoot, man.
That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT right there, bro.
Yeah, man. That dude is like, when I say killer, like playing with him, I had some of the most fun times of my life, man. I love that dude. It's like I love both of you guys have been inspirational and in my career, man. Like shit, when we first played together, I was at a crossroads in my career in Durham, man, and then being able to be around you and DJ and Delman and all these prospects, man, you guys raised the level of my game. And that's when my game started turning around, being around. I was like, man, that's for like, I was like, these are prospects right here. Like these boys right here, these are real prospects. You know what I'm saying? I never forget when BJ was mad because he was hitting 285. I thought he was joking. He was dead serious. He was like, I shouldn't be hitting 280 nothing with a straight face. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you stepped your game up too, bro. Hey, using that balling.
Yeah, sometimes when you don't have no choice.
But Mac, that's how we are, bro. If you put us in a situation, around some people who are trying to win, your game is gonna elevate, bro. There he is. He back. He went back.
Some adjustments right there. Came right on back.
Right.
I know we're gonna close it down. I don't know what Cam he on pause right now. But man, we appreciate you coming on.
Already, man.
And you've been letting them play for 20 plus years, man. You had a hell of a career. It's been fun to watch the ride, and wish you continued success, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and I
appreciate it.
And being able to relate to a lot of people, man. You do that, man. You do it very well. One of the best teammates I ever have played with, and I know a lot of other people say the same thing about you. So, man, there's something to be said for that.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I got nothing but love for y'all boys. Y'all some trendsetters. Y'all was in the trenches, you know what I'm saying, paving the way for us and showed us how to do it for the next group coming behind us. So y'all showed us the ropes, bro. That's what I say. It's dope to get to play with you too. You get to put some different stuff in my mind, though, especially we both being young. So that's why I say it was only right that I'm the first person you get your first meditation session with. It was only right that we started off that way.
The first one, man, I'll never forget it. And it's funny you say that because, you know, it's like, man, this is when I knew what it was, but I really didn't know what it was. I knew what it was, and I knew it was helpful. And I just, you know, I wanted to help. Obviously, you're my guy. I want to help you. And I remember we just put a recorder, man. We sat up there and went through it. A guided recorded meditation, man. My first meditation ever with a player, man. And that's something else I'll never forget, man. I really appreciate that, man. And when you say your openness, that's another one of your greatest skills that you have, man. Just so for you to even be up there and be willing to do that and be open to do that, again, says a lot about you and why you've been able to play as long as you have, man. Success.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we gotta push each other, bro. If your boys ain't gonna help you, who is? You know what I'm saying? I'll be. You want your first one to be with somebody who ain't gonna judge you anyways. Like, hey, this is my dog. He ain't finna judge you. Worst case, we gonna get a good laugh out of it. And we did. We still got a good laugh out of it.
Up there sitting at a desk, Former desk, yeah, man, it's crazy. A while ago, so
That was in 14.
yeah, I'm at 14.
That was 14.
Yeah, go ahead. I remember I kept asking you, I wanted you to try this meditation.
I said, I got you, dog. I said, I know Mac probably like, man, he trying to swerve me, dog. Like, nah, I got him, bro. ADD, man, that was the ADD kicking in. I finally like, all right, I ain't got nothing, Mac. Let's go, bro. I got you.
I tell you what, and I've learned so much from you guys as players, being able to be on the other side and remembering and having that feel of like, man, there's so many things that you've gone through as a player, and we get in these, like, not many people are open to try new things, right? We get stuck in these ways. This is how I do it. I've done it for this many years, and I'm not changing. And you've been someone that has been willing to change, make adjustment, at least try it out, man. And I think they would call that coachable. You're very coachable, man. And again, that is for any kids that's listening, like that's one of your greatest skills, of being able to be coachable and be a good teammate and be, these are things that get overlooked. You don't see these things in box scores, right? And there's no number that you could put on these things, but these are some of the most important things that are going to help you be the best player that you can be. When we talk about growth mindset, and you've embodied this growth mindset from when you came into AAA as a closer. Like, I'm not sure if you wanted to be a closer at that time.
It was hot.
It was hot. Yeah,
it was hot.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you was throwing 110. It was
hot.
And so to have that growth mindset, to play 20 years and throw another hitter with 146 pitches and win a World Series, one of the biggest games, and all these things that you've been able to do, is because of this growth mindset that you've had.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running my mouth, man. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure, dog. I love you, my dog. You already know.
You know what I'm saying?
You already know, bro. Much respect to you.
Keep doing your thing, man. Best of luck with the fam and any endeavors that you do. I know you got your hand in a little bit of everything, man.
Gotta keep life going, but it don't stop with baseball, bro. Gotta keep it going, man. Have something to do for when I retire. Keep myself busy.
Well, keep going. Appreciate it.
Already, but dog, be easy, man.
Tip my cap to you, dog.
Yeah, likewise, man. I got it on. Give you that backwards tip. Hey, already, my dog. Be easy, man.
We'll see you.